Why we meet people. A lesson from Zen gardens. Have you ever wondered why you meet certain people in your life? Do some encounters feel meaningful, while others feel completely random? There is an idea from Zen Buddhism that can offer insight into the people who cross our path each day. According to this philosophy, no meeting is truly by chance. Each person has a role to play in our personal journey through life. In today's video, we will explore this concept through a series of classic Zen stories and parables. We'll learn about a monk and a butterfly, fishermen connected across lifetimes, and a wise old man with unexpected wisdom to share. So get ready to open your mind as we untangle the intricate web of connections that bind us all together. But first, a message for all of you watching. If you enjoy learning about Buddhism, spirituality, and living an examined life, be sure to click that subscribe button right now. We release new videos every week featuring Zen tales with valuable life lessons just like the stories we'll look at today. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all of our enlightening content. Now let's delve into the mysteries of why we meet people in our lives. To start, we must understand the basic Buddhist principle of interconnectedness. This idea recognizes that everything in the universe is deeply connected, like threads in a massive spider's web. If one thread is moved, it causes a ripple effect that impacts other parts of the web. In the same way, our actions and the events in our lives influence countless others through invisible links between all people, places, and things. With this in mind, Buddhists believe there are no random encounters. Every person who crosses our path does so for a reason, to teach us, challenge us, or help us grow in some way. Even a brief interaction can carry important lessons if we open our eyes to them. To illustrate this philosophy, let me share the famous tale of the monk and the butterfly. One day, a young monk was sitting quietly in the temple garden, meditating on the interconnected nature of all things. As he reflected peacefully, a beautiful butterfly happened to land gently on his knee. The monk remained perfectly still as not to disturb the delicate insect. As he observed it closely, he became aware of how connected everything seemed. The butterfly's graceful movements, the soft breeze swaying leaves above, and even his own calm breathing all felt synchronized in that moment. This chance encounter caused the monk to realize the significance of even small and fleeting interactions. The butterfly's arrival served as a reminder of how each being, no matter how small, plays an essential role within the greater web of life. Its serendipitous landing conveyed a subtle lesson about appreciating life's interconnectivity. Much like the butterfly in the story, the people who come before us also carry meaning, whether we recognize it right away or not. They may enter our lives to teach us patience, challenge an assumption, or share their unique perspective. Every person is like a thread in the web of humanity. Their story is woven together with ours in ways we can't always see. Let's delve deeper into how connections between souls can span lifetimes through the concept of karma and destiny, according to Buddhism. Karma essentially refers to the energy we put out into the world through our actions and words, both good and bad. Our karmic forces help determine what comes back to us through our encounters and experiences. Destiny, on the other hand, implies a preordained path reflecting the cumulative effects of karma from past and future lives. Some Buddhists believe that individuals we meet were destined to cross our path based on karma built through numerous lifetimes together. To better illustrate this idea, here is the story of the fisherman and the wise old man. One day, a seasoned fisherman was casting his nets along the shore as usual when he noticed an elderly man gazing out at the rolling waves. The man smiled warmly and asked if the fisherman remembered him, but the fisherman did not. Perplexed, the fisherman listened intently as the stranger shared that they had been friends in a past life long ago. As young men, they had made a pact to meet again near the ocean someday, not knowing when or how that reunion would transpire. Although the fisherman had no memory of the past, he felt a deep familiarity with this old soul. The man explained that it was no accident that destiny brought them back together at this time and place through the invisible workings of karma between them spanning numerous existences. This tale reinforces the notion that chance encounters hold deeper significance based on forces beyond our limited perception. The people entering our lives now could very well be spiritual friends or adversaries returning to fulfill destinies established through shared pasts we may never recall consciously. Every meeting, then, seems predestined according to the Buddhist lens if we contemplate the vast cycles of cause and effect extending beyond one lifetime. Often encounters that seem most random can impart important insights if received with openness and humility, as the next Zen parable reminds us so eloquently. It's called The Stranger in the Village. In a remote mountain hamlet lived a close-knit community that one day found itself faced with difference when a foreign traveler wandered into town. From his strange clothing and manner of speech to unusual customs, the newcomer stood out sharply from the villagers. At first, his presence created unease, and they observed him warily from afar while whispering wary speculation. However, through his patient friendliness, the outsider managed to win the townsfolk over gradually. He kindly helped an elderly woman haul water, taught the children new games, and regaled locals with stories of faraway places during evenings around the fire. In integrating instead of separating, the stranger gave gifts of fresh perspective and facilitated growth of the villagers through their willingness to embrace unfamiliarity without judgment. In the end, the community realized this chance assembly added value through open exchange of ideas and compassion shown for another. Sometimes difference brings opportunities to learn when met with receptiveness, and temporary visitors touch us in meaningful if mysterious ways if given the chance through willingness to understand past superficial markers. Truly, in strangers lie lessons if we receive them. We've contemplated the implications of interconnectivity, karma, and destiny shaping encounters, as well as insight to be gained even from unexpected meetings. What about cultivating awareness to unlock deeper wisdom available through everyday interactions? One approach shown powerfully in Zen philosophy centers on the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means maintaining present, focused awareness during all activities, from formal meditation to casual moments. Its cultivation allows recognizing interconnection on a moment-to-moment level through conscientious observation without reaction or judgment. Consider what insights could emerge through bringing this attentiveness to a chance encounter, as portrayed beautifully in the story, The Tea Master and the Samurai. In a remote village lived a renowned tea master celebrated for his calming presence and ability to perform the tea ceremony with flawless mindfulness. Hoping to understand this mystique, a visiting samurai warrior requested to observe the ritualistic preparation one day. The tea master welcomed him silently and began with focused care, each smooth movement flowing into the next like a flowing brook. Absorbed completely in the process, the master maintained perfect stillness within, while attending to minutiae with utmost sensibility. Through watching intently, the samurai felt stirrings of deep inner calm, and afterward, the disciplined fighter understood how single-pointed living in each moment could cultivate such profound equanimity. Though meeting by chance, by sharing experience through mindfulness, both teacher and student cultivated insight together in a simple yet meaningful exchange, ultimately transforming the samurai. The moral here and in all these tales seems clear. We contain answers we seek, and answers lie within all living beings regardless of status or station if we approach with non-judgment and openness. Mindfulness applied to interactions allows glimpsing interconnected wisdom of self and other, and perceived chance encounters may in truth be opportunities for growth when received consciously. Now let's discuss how cultivating compassion further enriches such moments. Compassion simply refers to empathy, kindness, and caring concern for others. It represents a hallmark virtue of Buddhist philosophy, and many stories highlight compassion's power to uplift individuals and ripple outward positively through the fabric of existence, much like the tale, The Compassionate Monk. Late one wintry night, as a monk walked the quiet forest path near his hermitage, he encountered a beggar shivering alone on the village outskirts, dejected and ignored by passerby preoccupied with their own affairs. Stirred to compassion by the weary figure, the monk approached and kindly shared his threadbare cloak and warm bowl of stew, listening with care as the man unburdened his lonely struggles. Revived in body and renewed in spirit through this act of compassion, the vagabond decided to pay kindness forward however possible. The next day, he began aiding others by sharing what little he possessed, spreading goodwill through the neighborhood. Witnessing transformation come over the once somber man through the monk's care, locals themselves softened, and community bonds strengthened in the spirit of fellowship. This tender vignette shows how compassion begets compassion, and temporary intersections can leave imprints through open-heartedness, be it by grand acts or smallest gestures. Perhaps the purpose of encounters interwoven within our shared story revolve around cultivating empathy, patience, and understanding to uplift one another along life's winding paths. To close, let's reflect on overarching themes emerging from these classical Zen tales. We've contemplated how no meeting arises by happenstance according to Buddhism, but arises purposefully through invisible threads of karma, destiny, and interconnectedness in order to confer insight and growth. Whether learning from fleeting interactions like the butterfly landing or samurai's chance meeting with a tea master, each person carries meaning however briefly they touch our lives. By receiving others and situations openly without assumptions, viewing difference as opportunity rather than division, and maintaining awareness through practicing mindfulness and compassion, layers of interconnected wisdom continuously reveal themselves even within mundane moments. So the next time chance encounters cross your path, reflect on what interconnectivity, karma, or new perspective such meetings may confer for your journey, if received consciously with humility, care, and without judgment. To all who watched today, thank you for joining in contemplating these classic Buddhist tales. I hope you found insight into why encounters arise as they do, and will apply principles of openness, present awareness, and empathy going forward to deepen interactions and continue growing through life's winding circumstances and serendipitous meetings. Please subscribe below to stay tuned for further enlightening content, exploring Zen philosophy and living wisely. Until next time.